Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brad and this is SuperCoach Pro. Today we are doing a round 11 at SuperCoach preview, or actually you should say review. Ranked 38, of course. We've moved up 5 spots, which is nice. Scored a big 2-3-8-8, scored a lot of 2-5s as well. So I actually thought I was going down for the second week in a row. I thought this, but yeah, both weeks have gone up. So cannot complain. Been in the top 70 for the last month now. So whatever we're doing, we're going to stick to the process and a little bit robotic there, but and keep going by my gut feeling and not listen to the outside noise unless I really, really need to. So, we've held fat. We've gone up 5 spots into 38 for the season, which is unreal at this stage of the season. My side value is 13.4 mil just about. So I think that's thereabouts. It's not too bad. It's not crazy, but it's not bad. Now, starting off with the backline, we've got Zorko 118, which is very decent for what we started with for him, now averaging 112. He's probably a VC option I might look at this week against Essendon potentially. Sinclair on debut. I obviously had to trade out McRae and Finn as being in this rank. I was going to lose points massively. Those who held and actually got green arrows did really well, but I just had to get him this week. He made 33K. Not that you're going to sell him anyway, but I just had to buy him at his second lowest price for the year, I believe. If I'm wrong, I don't really care. But then Clark in the rain, 86, pretty disappointing. But yeah, in a wet with a nice ball user is always going to be a little bit frustrating as an owner. 63, Clarko, thanks. How you doing, mate, for switching him to half forward flank. Useless role. I mean, unless your name's Heaney or Bonds or, those guys that can really impact that forward, it makes more sense. But he's not a dusty type, as they say. Like, he's just, no for me. Dacos is similar build, but at least he can hit the scoreboard more often than Sheasel when playing forward because he's a beautiful kick and good lead-up mark, whereas Sheasel just looks a little bit lost. I don't know why. I don't know if that's a bit stiff for him, but yeah, you got to play these players in the actual positions. Yeah, half-back flank for me, over the midfield even, just with the body that he's got. Roberts, 90, slowed down in the last quarter or so. So, yeah, pretty disappointing with that. But whatever, you paid for what you got with Roberts. And then by 68, I'm probably trading him this week out with Trainer. Brayshaw, 96 in the wet, tagged him and Sarong. Should have maybe grabbed Sarong instead of Bolton, but I'm doing something with the cash that I actually made off this play, downgrading McRae and Finney Callahan. Richards 140, absolute awesome pod to have. Merritt 156 VC. If you missed this and you overthought it, and I was really silly of you, I was going to say something else, but yeah, I don't know. In the wet against Richmond are pretty bad, especially leaking points to midfielders. It was just a very obvious pick. Shockers if you miss that one. But regardless of form, he's been a bit of a downhill skier in terms of his high ceiling games against who he plays against. Petrarca 125 is a great pickup for whatever it was a few weeks ago now. I think I paid 60K less than what it is. And then Rosie, he'll go into my backline, which is pretty handy about Rosie. So I'm glad I actually stuck fat with him because he really helps me out here in the backline. Really, some of those goes up. And then Bolton, 73. He was on like 7 at quarter time. I had to watch this. I don't normally watch fan footy anymore, whatever it's called. But I had to just make sure this is the guy. And then, first quarter, just copped a niggle. I can't remember if it was in the first or second now, but something to do with his calf. Then they played him forward for a fair bit of time as well. But that last half, he looked really good. So he almost scored 60 points in 3 quarters, which is nothing to scream about. But he certainly passed the eye test in the last half is what I mean. So this Bolton cash, it doesn't look great in the midfield, but he could potentially be F6, but I've got other plans for him. Lindsay, 80, glad I held those weeks ago, although he's cost me a fair bit considering Cherry the week I didn't bring him in for Lindsay, went 180. So I lost huge points on that because I brought in Warner that week instead. And then Chera, sometimes you just have a loop option. So I just loop Chera for, I don't know, no real other reason than there was no other players I could have done that with, bar Richards or something like that. So it was sort of more like, what happens if you got tagged or injured because of his hammies? But I don't know. You needed to put a captaincy somewhere after the night before be seeing Merritt. So, dead bench like everybody else, I suppose. And then, Gordon and Sherry. The 1-2 combination, unbelievable, seriously. If you don't got both of them, you're probably bleeding at this point, points-wise. Can't believe I was thinking about trading him this week in particular to use his coin if Finn and McRae didn't go down, I was going to use 700k and spread it out evenly. I know it sounds crazy, but I don't want to talk about Marshall, so we're going to skip him because that's really frustrating. Bailey Smith, 118, had to get a few jabs in the shin to keep going. Hopefully doesn't get arrested against West Coast, but who knows? It's Chris Scott, probably smells a bit of a weight out. 84 for Warner and a thumping again. Sydney, what are you doing? You just got pants to Melbourne, so not a great look for Sydney at all. And then Rankin 87, Clangers again, hurt him early. So, yeah, really frustrating at Rankin at the moment. Rankin and Hippo SuperCoach look very similar, if those that don't know. He definitely looks like I was at Rankin. Marek 49, yep. What are you doing? If you couldn't kick the football in the back line and take kickouts, you're just very much like Caleb Daniel. In terms of like actual footy player, you don't do much. Like I watched Daniel a few times just after he get brushed off by like, I can't remember if it was Maynard or whatever, but made him look like a school kid, some of these guys. Like, why are you there? It reminds me of Whittington or whatever it is, the ex-Brisbane/West Coast player where you just, yeah, good kick, but just not hard at the contest. I don't care what anyone thinks about those kind of players. They're good for SuperCoach because they're just a ball magnet. But without kickouts, they're useless. Anyway, I don't want to think about it, to be honest. Hewitt over Cleary, yep, that's fine, whatever. And then, yeah, Marshall at flex did basically nothing. He cancelled out Marek's score, I believe. So he gave me an extra 6 points. Thank you very much, Marshall, for, I've been singing your praises for the last 3 weeks, and now you just go get towed by wits. So, yeah, anyway, you probably want to know what I want to do with the money for my aspect. Trade-wise going forward, I say I'm doing something like this because I don't really know until Friday. So when I get people sending me screenshots of their side prior to team sheets, it's very hard to sort of navigate in what I'd actually do because there's always a few curveballs. So, yeah, this is what I'm thinking at this point. I don't really want to get Hewitt. I'd rather get rid of Cleary first, but I've got no cash. So if I was actually playing a different, narrative and actually had a lot more cash, I wouldn't be going for these guys. So I'm on a budget. We're shopping at NQR at this point for this team. And we just want to finish the side without sidewaysing because I'm not doing any more sideways stuff like Tokyo Drift anytime soon. So, injury prone, whatever. I don't care. Going to risk it because I've got plenty of trades in the bank to muck around with. When I say plenty enough for me not to worry and sleep with the light on. So, yeah, Stewart's into the side. That's a fine punt for me. Bring El Huli to the back line. Thanks for coming. And then this is the beauty about DPP. I now have a slot for my boy, Rao. Now, I'm playing with fire here. I've got 100K. I wish I had that in real life. Maybe if I come first, that will happen. At least half of that. But there's no way I'm winning it. But anyway, who knows? You never know. Never know your luck. And that's what this game is, honestly, 50% luck. So something like this potentially. Now, I'm not advocating for teams that have huge cash in to do what I'm doing. This is just simply a play that suits my team, theoretically. It doesn't suit everybody else's. So I just want to make that clear. Would I advocate for this if, people had 300K in the bank? No way. But if you don't want to use more than a couple of trades and just get rid of your worst rookies, then they're not bad options. Just know that one of them might fail potentially, but you've got to take risks to win SuperCoach or at least be up there. And I'm going with my gut. I'm not listening to what other people will say about Tom Stewart. There could be 50 comments in there about Stewart tonight, and I still wouldn't move him off. And I saw another avenue for, a better plan. But, backline's now done. So you can see Zorgo, Sinclair, Clark, Roberts, Rosie. Obviously, my weakest links is between these two guys, but at least it's a fully, there's no rookies in the back line is what I meant to say, I guess. And then, midfield, you got Brayshaw, Merritt, Petrarca, Warner, Rao, Richards, Sheasel, and Shearer, sorry. How's that going to look on paper? I think it's only really Lindsay that I need to upgrade. If I have a look at it, I'm pretty sure by buying those two guys in. Am I going crazy and thinking that I haven't completed my side? No way. No, I haven't. Okay, because this is what it actually look like if it wasn't bye weeks. And because I press optimize, I always think of Optimus Prime every time I say optimize. Anyway, the Optimus Prime button does this. It just advocates for your best moves with the buys. So my actual side, 40 years later, in 2027 SuperCoach, actually looks like this. So as you can see, Zorko, Sinclair, Clark, Cheezel, Roberts, Stewart, and got one movement here. So we've got a defender midfielder, which I don't need Stewart, to be fair. I could literally play Rosie there. So I'm just playing with a little bit of danger, I suppose. But I haven't really thought what else I could do. And I'd have one spot. So I'd have Brayshaw, Richards, Merritt, Petrarca, Rosie, Shearer, Rao. And then forward line's a bit shaky after the Marek scored. It's a little bit of an anomaly, hopefully, in his scoring. But you've got Bolton and Daniel Ford as well. So just looking at it on paper, because I haven't mucked around a bit too much, I just realised something. Because I don't actually need Tom Stewart, because I can send Rosie back. Only issue is I don't know if Sheasel's now a keeper. So what could I do with that money, I suppose? So I haven't really thought about this. Now that I'm looking at it, this is going to be different. I can't divvy the money into anything crazy, I don't think. I think I miss out on a Kylewell as well, however you pronounce it, Kylewell. I've never been very good at pronunciation. Maybe butchered that. Here's me, 460. You surely wouldn't go back to Clayton Oliver? Just hypothetically, I don't think I could do it to myself. I'd poke my eye out in a game. Yeah, no, that just looks wrong. Clary, get it aside. It's hard to tell if Melbourne turned around too. They played Sydney, and Sydney have just been so bad. Yeah, okay, I might have to put a Twitter out. Now I don't know if I should go Kylewell or Stewart. Because I can still grab Matty Rao. I now have mucked around with this too much. I don't actually know what to do with my trades. I could avoid Tom Stewart. And I don't want to muck around for half an hour and you guys go, what are you doing? So, okay, let's put a spanner in the works. I totally forgot I could put Rosie down back. I haven't really tinkered with it too much apart from the live stream the other night. So, yeah, let me work that out, circle back to you. Look, if you don't follow me on Twitter, just go on there. I probably won't do a preview leading up to the games, but I'll certainly put my trades out on Twitter or even in this post. I'll let you know on the Thursday or Friday whenever I decide my final trade. So, yeah, something interesting to look at. I probably could move off other players to maybe make a few more changes, which is something I'll definitely look at hypothetically. By the way, we're going live tomorrow. I don't know if Shorty's announced his, podcast bomb on you. But, yeah, I'll be joining him tomorrow night. Hopefully he makes me dinner before we go live. Then I'll take him out to dessert. I don't know. No, but seriously, yeah, going live with Shorty tomorrow night. So that should be we should be cooking up a storm in terms of SuperCoach content for you guys. I'll be carrying the side if he's I'll be carrying the potty if he's listening. Minute mark that, timestamp it, and then timestamp his channel and let him know that he's in good hands. I'm just taking the mickey too, Shorty, if you're watching. I'm just wondering if I could do something else with Bias, Lindsay, and Stewart's. Sorry for those that are still mucking around. I know Paris said the other day, watching you do trades is like some sort of 16th century painting, but I beg to differ. I don't think I'm that amazing with trades. In saying that, I've been a pretty good trader throughout the seasons. I've just always had a really poor starting side for going cookie cutter or for not taking risks early on for whatever reason. So what could we do if we mucked around this? Could we get Rao and somebody else? I actually didn't predict this to be a 30-minute video now, so apologies again. Like I actually hate doing long ones because I know you guys have the retention span of a 5-year-old like myself, and a lot of you have ADHD or HDMI cables in your head that just unplug after 10 minutes. You're like, yeah, I'm done. So, yeah, let's just play around this real quick. Rao, there's nothing else I can do. I could grab Clary, but I don't know if I could deal with Clary. And that's something I have to think about. You're basically running Clary, or do you think he's back? Seriously? I don't know. That just hurts because I don't know what he will average. Is Clary our average Stewart? I guess the question is. But then they played Clary as a tagger as well. Like, that's disgusting in itself. Does he? I don't know. I don't know what you guys think. Maybe you probably don't really want to help rank 38 in the overall season, but let me know what you guys would actually do in my position. I'm probably still leaning towards Tom Stewart over Oliver. I could get Caldwell this week, but I'd rather wait because his break-even's like 97. So I might have to think of a different trade avenue even. The issue is I got no other – like, everyone's pretty buggered with cash, and I'm one of them as well. So in an ideal world, one of these guys would be another 300K player as well instead of 279. Issue with these rookies is they only have one poor score, and that's it for cash gen for about a month. That's just such a slow intake of it. So, yeah, that's the end of the video. Sorry for mucking around on my side for 48 hours. But anyway, if you didn't catch the potty on SuperCoach Masters Channel 2, I did a potty with him. So shout out to the great man there. Thanks, champ. And then he knows the champ didn't then. This is this side. So, again, thanks for watching. If you haven't liked or subbed this video, do so because, yeah, we're flying at the moment and I love all your support. We'll go live on Sunday night. I won't be doing a live stream Saturday night with Rookie Coach, unfortunately. Like, we're both having a week off the After Dark recording. But, yeah, let's get Rookie Coach 2 to 1K subs because he puts out amazing content, honestly. So, anyway, thanks for the support, everybody. Give us a thumbs up for the video and let us know your trade plans, who you're thinking of BC and seeing all the rest of it. I will catch you on the next one. Cheers, guys.